Welcome to Homer, Alaska, a seaside town on the Kenai Peninsula, the halibut fishing capital in the world and the end of the road. Which is quite funny because of course we started our Latin American highway adventure at the end of the road in the northern part of the country, and that was. This town is very popular for outdoor enthusiasts, fishing enthusiasts, Arctic enthusiasts, and of course those seeking the authentic Alaskan experience. Now, I'm not really into fishing, besides I got a very nice salmon in my freezer, which was caught, ironically, here in Homer. But we came here for the Pinterest sightseeing because this town is absolutely stunning and the surrounding area is even more beautiful. So without further ado, let's check it out. My name is Bastiaan Bakker and this is The World at Your Feet. And today we're exploring Homer. Right now we're at the Seafarer's Memorial at the end of Homer's Pit. And this is really nice. Besides the statue, there are all these personalized tiles on the floor in memory of those lost at sea. Welcome to the famous Salty Dawg. Now, I don't really think I have to explain why it's famous. If you've seen inside, there is thousands of dollar bills signed by people that were here. Now, if you take a closer look, most of these dollar bills are actually dated 2025. So what happens is that once a year, they take down all the dollar bills and donate it for a good cause. That is amazing. Kachamak Bay is one of the few protected areas in Cook Inlet during storm events. Cook Inlet, birthplace of Alaska's oil and gas industry. The oil and gas industry has at times provided up to 1/3 of the jobs in Alaska and 1/2 of the state's economy. It's a designed port of refuge for vessels experiencing bad weather or engine problems. You can often see tankers, barges, bulk carriers and other large vessels moored in the bay. Cruise ships, ferries of the Alaska State Marine Highway and commercial vessels serving remote villages call here regularly. Homer is a stopover for many commercial ships requiring a pilot and home port to fishing and research vessels serving Cook Inlet, Bristol Bay, the Aleutians, Bering Sea and Arctic waters. So unfortunately for us, that's all the time we have in Homer, for several reasons. It's a very touristy place, it also means it's a very pricey place. Out for dinner you're talking $30–40 a person. There's 3 camping grounds, 2 are $30, 1 is $86. And other than that, there's plenty of tours to do, but again, deep pockets. Another reason is that my visa expires in 2 weeks, so we have to be out of Alaska before that. and we still got a couple of places we want to see here in Alaska, like Anchorage and Valdez. So we're heading back to Anchorage right now, 320 kilometers, roughly 4 or 5 hour drive with our car, and then we're going to show you some stuff in Anchorage. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the join button to become a member and a patron of our travels. Hello everybody! Welcome to Anchorage, Alaska's largest city. Right now we're in front of the Dawg Cabin Visitor Center, where you can get all the information needed for your tours and sightseeing here in Anchorage. Now before I'm going to give you some suggestions, I would like to mention that when we got to Anchorage, we noticed that there's a lot of homeless people. And the reason why I tell you this is because it's a big problem in the city, and I will circle back to that in a minute. Now, as Anchorage is a big city, most of the activities that's wildlife or nature related are outside the city. You can take a flight tour, flight seeing. You can also take the Alaska tramway for some spectacular views, especially in the winter. You can also do whale watching tours, dog sledding, glacier walks, and you can also go to a real gold mine and do some real gold panning. Of course, one of the highlights is to ride the Alaska Railroad, which will take you to some stunning sightseeing and mesmerizing landscapes. And of course there's also plenty to do in town itself. You can explore the town, but you can also visit some of the museums. But you can also go to the port, rent a bike and do the coastal trail, which is also very beautiful. Or you can take one of the Anchorage trolley tours and explore the city. But if you're into shopping and cities, Anchorage is your place to be, because there's no sale tax, so you can really go for a tax-free shopping spree. And of course try some typical Alaskan dishes. Now the first thing that will come to mind for me is salmon and halibut. But of course I already got a salmon caught fresh in Homer in my freezer, so we're not gonna do that. And when I did my research, I heard of a place called Tia's, and as you already seen, they got quite some interesting stuff. Let's go and check it out. How you doing? Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing?
David.
David, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
David, what do you have here?
Alright, so we got a bestseller or item or #1 item. This is a reindeer sausage by Alaska Sausage and Seafood. So this is a reindeer sausage. We cut it in half, we grilled it, and also we got caramelized onions, cooked onions, slightly cooked onions. We want to present you our signature sauce. It's a Tia sauce. It's kind of spicy mayo. It's really yummy. It's really good.
Secret ingredients?
Yes, of course. So yeah, let's see
cool.
how that looks like.
Bring it on. What I found funny is that 2 weeks ago I saw my first reindeer at the North Pole, and the second reindeer I'm going to see in this Alaska trip is in the bun.
It's on the grill. Again?
First everything, before I start, let me just first. Okay. Reindeer on the bun.
There you go.
There you go.
It's really good. It's really good.
Oh wow.
With the Tia sauce, it's really good. It is
Original.
Thank you. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Tia's.
This is delicious. Do you know the difference between caribou and reindeer? The reindeer flies with presents. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So as we're exploring Alaska's wildlife on the plate, do you get anything more crazy?
What about caribou gyro?
Caribou gyro.
It's really good. It's caribou and elk mixes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are in Alaska, so you have to try something wild.
Let's fire it up.
Let's do it. It's coming with onions, tomato, feta cheese, and tzatziki sauce. You
Wow.
like everything on it?
Yes, please. When you're in Rome, right?
It's coming. The tzatziki sauce is a homemade sauce. It's our best sellers 2025 Tia's Gourmet.
Oh wow. If there's one thing I can really recommend, if you're in Anchorage, make sure to come down to Pia. It's also the only place that have elk and caribou meat, and it's really, really good.
It's really good.
Another place that's really worth your visit is the Alaska Public Land Information Center, just across the street from the Logging Cabin Visitor Center. There's a few reasons why you should really visit this place. First and foremost though is the exhibition about the local heritage and of course wildlife, where you can learn a lot of things about the local wildlife and heritage of Alaska. Another reason that makes your visit worth your while is there's a theater, and throughout the day they have several free movies featuring Alaska's wild legacy and local wildlife. So if you have time to spare, make sure to come down to Alaska Public Lands Information Center. If you want to see something interesting, right over here they knit scarves and other fabrics from musk oxen. And the fascinating thing about these creatures is they survived the ice age, so they're really resilient and their fur is really warm and really soft. So if you want to see how they knit it or learn more about the patterns, where they find these creatures, because they're not all over the place, or where these originated from, make sure to pay a visit to this little store and well, enjoy. So here's a nice story about meeting people on the way. We're parked outside at the Walmart in Anchorage. A gentleman just knocked on the door, had a really wonderful chat, and he gave us a donation for all of our hard work. So besides the fact that that's really cool and we're really grateful for that, nice thing, nice story, people we meet along the way. So Mike, thank you very much. Welcome to Cabela's in Anchorage, the place to be for all your hiking, hunting, camping and other outdoor activities. Now there's two more reasons why we came here. First of all is they allow overnight camping. They even have a special RV camping parking place for that. And the second reason, if you're not interested in any outdoor activities, but you haven't seen all the wildlife in Alaska, there is a huge display of wildlife inside the store. It's like a little museum. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's something to see. So, whether you come here for free parking, outdoor activities, your hunting gear, or just to see the wildlife, Cabela's is the place to be. Now there's another thing we noticed a lot here on the parking place is that a lot of people actually live in their car. I'm not talking about converted camper vans, I'm not talking about RVs, I'm talking about actual people living in regular cars. So I did a little research and I want to share this because I find this interesting to share. So the reason you're seeing so many homeless and people living in cars in Anchorage is because there's a big housing shortage. It currently has more than 3,000 people unhoused or waiting for housing, living in tents, cars, RVs or shelters. And the waiting list for affordable housing barely moves. Some people are years in the waiting. So a car really is kind of a last resort. In the winter, of course, this is very dangerous. So Anchorage has approved designated safe parking places where people can stay overnight without being towed. And the plan is to expand those places in South Anchorage with more parking lots that also have supervision, connections to social services and toilets. There is a lot of programs to help these people, but of course it's not enough. Rents are just too high, deposits are too steep and the wages don't match the cost of living. So cars become the stopgap housing because they're cheaper than motels and safer than tents, even if the car is broken down. Of course, there's many things you can do here. You can volunteer or donate. there's groups like Beans Cafe or Government House Alaska or Anchorage Coalition to end homelessness, and they rely on extra hands, so even handing out meals or supplies can make a difference. At the end of Ship Creek, you can visit the Ship Creek Fishery Center and do a free tour, explore all the fish that are stocked here, and get a real close look. And last, but certainly not least, Salmon Creek. Reasons are three. Reason number one, the name is implied in the name, you can see a lot of salmon. Of course, there are some seasons where like June, July, August that are the best for that. Second thing is you can fish here. And the third thing, and the reason why we are actually here, is because with all the salmon, there's a slight chance sometimes bears come here to catch the fish. And as we haven't yet seen a bear catching a salmon, we thought that's a nice idea. If you're gonna do this, of course, like I said before, June, July, August are the best seasons for that, especially early in the morning or late in the evening. And by the looks of it, we came a little too late. But if you just want to see salmon, there's plenty. Alright, back again at Salmon Creek. So we went a bit further down Salmon Creek and had the same result. Then we went as far as we can get with our car. And there's a real road next to here, which you probably already guessed. We went as far as you can get with... I already covered it. We went as far as you can get with our car. And right here we can actually see the salmon swimming against the stream. We're gonna sit out here and see if maybe some bear's gonna come. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit and hope maybe to see a bear. If not, at least we've seen the salmon. So that's a good day for us. And with that, it's also our last day here in Anchorage. We were here for a couple of days. We did some editing, we did some sightseeing, but it's time for us to move to our next destination, Valdez. So we'll see you there next week. Ciao for now. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. And we'll see you all next week. Ciao for now.